family and friends, this geranium is nice, and I'm going to be doing some deadheading on it and maybe pulling a few weeds around it and telling you about it and why I like it so much. It's one of the toughest plants out here as far as handling the heat, and they're drought tolerant. And this geranium here, you know, needs a little maintenance. We have a lot of spent blooms on it, and I want to show you how to get in there, how to deadhead. Let me see if we could follow this stem right here all the way back to the growth point and just snap it off. They're easy to deadhead, and sometimes I'll pinch the blooms back even when they're like partially spent like this. Being that I have so many already up here, I could snap that one off also. And as I go along, I'm pulling some grass from around it. Okay, you see how it looks now. Okay, we have all these other spent blooms. There's some grass growing in it. And this geranium is just really doing well. As you can see right here, there's another stem that has blooms that haven't completely developed yet, but I think they look just as interesting as the blooms do. Had to move my hand so that my camera would focus. And they are not really hard to care for, because the geranium, they do really well when you let the soil dry between watering, and they you have to have drainable soil. And what I did was, when I planted them with some slow relief fertilizer. It was the Miracle-Gro Shake and Feed. That's a slow release fertilizer that it fertilizes the plant when you water it. And the Shake and Feed Miracle-Gro fertilizes the plant every time you water, and it does an excellent job of getting plenty of blooms. This geranium is huge. It's one of the few geraniums that I grew this year. Janice and I have really been busy with a lot of the other plants. And this bed here, we don't have any drip set up to it or anything like that. We have just the geraniums and stelladoras here, and they don't require much watering. Now, with this geranium, you can let the soil dry out between waterings, and it's a full sun plant. Does well in the heat. They're drought tolerant. And as you can see, the deadheading is very easy. It's very easy to deadhead. Just simply follow your stem back to the growth point. Down in here, follow it all the way back, and it just snaps off easily. Snaps off right at the node. And if you can't get it all the way down, you can prune it with some clean scissors, or get your Felcos out, or whatever hand pruners that you use, and you will be really satisfied with the performance you will get from these. We can check your soil by just sticking your finger down into the ground around the plant, and I usually just water mine good once a week. Now, if it rains, I don't water at all. And they do just fine. Sometimes you'll see a yellow leaf like this one here. Just follow that as far back as you can get it and pinch it off. And I like to go under the plant and make sure that none of the leaves are directly on the ground, because that creates moisture, and the moisture on the leaves attracts pest and disease. They say that sometimes these can be prone to white flies and different pests. There's a few that are here, but I'm going to tell you one thing, that mosquitoes do not like these. So I've had them in a pot near our table that we sit at, and the mosquitoes cannot stand these plants. And I've been really happy with the way they look. Now, a bloom like this, sometimes I'll just go ahead and pop that off, because that energy, the nutrients that the geranium pulls up, will go to the other blooms. Will also go to the new blooms. Will speed up their process of opening, and we get that bright red color. And see, right now it's cloudy outside, and I'm able to get some good footage. When it's real sunny, the camera, the exposure from these things is just so bright. My camera has a problem adjusting to that. But for right now, this is good. This is really good, because I have the opportunity to get this video, and plus, it's just before a storm. I'm in Zone 7, Richmond, Virginia, and the hurricane is in West Virginia, just on the other side of the mountains. And I'm glad to get this opportunity to get this video. And I love these geraniums. That red is just amazing. It's amazing. It's an easy cleanup, easy pruning, full sun. You saw how we prune, just follow the stem back to the plant. Full sun, well draining soil, and they can dry out between watering, and these babies will do just fine, just fine. They could be used in planters. There's different types of geraniums. They come in red, white, orange, the salmon color, and we have multicolored geraniums too, with the white with the pink center, pink with a white center. They're starting to come in more and more colors. You have the zonal geraniums, which have like a ring around the leaf, and they're just such a nice addition to any flower bed, with those scalloped leaves and those clusters of beautiful flowers. And as you can see, this one, I popped off a few of the blooms that were half spent, like this, but it's a good sacrifice to make when you have so many others about to open up, like this one here. See, there's another one there. There's blooms all over the place on this geranium, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing, and I'm glad to have it. Can be used in containers. They can be used in hanging baskets. The smaller geraniums are good for the hanging baskets. Flower boxes. Well, the smaller geraniums are good for your flower boxes, and the ones like this are good for the hanging baskets, because your lower blooms will trail over the side, and they're good in borders. And if you just want a nice pop of color throughout your flower bed, the geranium is the go-to. It's drought tolerant. Now with these, if you have plants that are planted with them, you want them to have similar watering conditions, like the Stelladora, different types of grasses, and your many other drought tolerant plants. Well, that was just a few tips on different things that you can do to get the best performance out of your geraniums. I hope this was helpful to you. Hit the subscribe button, and to get all of our videos, and the notification bell so that you know when they'll be posted. Enjoy your day.